Hi, I'm Connie, and today we're going to spend 3/4 of an hour to an hour explaining the Ascension to you and the things that you can do to raise up to the fifth level dimension that so many other people talk about. But what do they really mean? What is happening and why? Let's make a few words defined so that we're going to be on the same wavelength as we go through this session. You may have been experiencing symptoms of what they call the Ascension flu. You feel spacey, dizzy, clumsy. You feel out of your body sometimes. You feel that the people that you used to be good friends with, you no longer have anything in common with. You feel separated from your family. You feel that time is moving faster than it ever did before. Things that general malaise, as they would say, if it was a physical flu, but that's the thing that the Ascension flu has. So if you've been having that for a year or even more, some of my students that come to me have had it for more than 2 or 3 years and not been able to diagnose it with your GP or anything else. You're experiencing an Ascension flu. And why is this? It's because your body is trying to change and adapt to something. And if the clicker will work. Ascension is a process. It's not a thing, but it's a process whereby your 3D dense body is raised up to a body with higher vibrations, a light body. And it will no longer be encapsulated in an A form, but it will be encapsulated in a Merkaba, which is your transportation between dimensions. This comes clearer as we go through the slides. So we just said, and that's our vehicle. The shift. The year 2012, the world was supposed to end. Gloom, doom, plagues, whatever we were supposed to be beset and be stopped by. That didn't happen. It was never intended to be happened. It was a fear-based situation that was created. But what happened is the Earth physically moved in the heavens, and it moved into a new photon belt. And then within that photon belt, we had been receiving electromagnetic rays and other harmful rays to our body through the ozone layer, which we have foolishly compromised. So that when the Earth moved to a new spot in the photon belt, it now gives off more electromagnetic rays and more harmful rays, and we can't exist with the amount of harmful rays that are coming to us from outside our planet. We cannot brace ourselves from them because we've depleted the ozone layer, and it can't seem to be repaired. Typical of mankind. But so here we are, minding our own business, being flooded and assailed with rays that are harmful to our body. We can't block the rays, so we have to, our body has to adapt if we're going to survive. So we can do this in 2 ways. But first I'll tell you why you want to go from what 3D and 4D and 5D are and why you want to go there. We'll use the example of manifestation because that's the way people are most frustrated by and ask solutions for. You can stay in 3D and do all your affirming and confirming and visualizations, and that it's going to be very difficult to manifest what you're looking for. You can move up into 4D. Because 3D, you have to, for manifestation, you have to think about it. You have to put emotion into it, you have to put effort into it, and then it will manifest for you. But it's very difficult to do in 3D. In 4D, you have to put just the thought into it, and the emotion into it, and the thing will manifest. By the time you get to the 5th dimension, the thing will, you just have to think about it, and whatever it is appears or manifests itself. So you have to be very careful as you're going through the different dimensions that you watch your tongue because when something will manifest, as the book says, it can be good or bad. You thinking evil thoughts or bad thoughts, stop right away, because they will manifest as quickly and as powerfully as your good thoughts. So in order to make your life easier, you want to ascend higher and higher. As each dimension is reached, you become lighter in your vibration, and you become closer and closer to God. So here we go. The earth has changed because of all this trauma and all its positioning and all the rays that it's receiving. And it now emits a frequency of 144,000. Our bodies are in tune to the old earth frequency, and now they have to become attuned to the new earth frequency. And you would do that by lots of ways. We'll see. And I'll tell you. The frequency of 144,000 is administered to the body by sound therapy. There are various, you even get them off YouTube, sound tracks that will raise your vibration up. So it's very easy to do. And look for anything that by whole tones, HOLETONES, they are vibrational music. And it's not uncommon for us to think of sound therapy now in the 3D layers, but it's also possible to have sound therapy to raise us up to the higher levels. The body is evolving, it's getting lighter. And the other way, the other thing that's happening that you can have control over, apart from changing your vibration, is your chakra is different in the third and fourth dimension. And it's important for you to know, because if you are a healer and you're healing someone and their chakras don't feel right to you, like they're in the wrong place or they're buzzing wrong, it's because you're not familiar with the new layout of the bodyscape, as they say. You are familiar with the old 7-point system? The new chakra system of the fourth and fifth dimension is 13 points. You'll see along the center, some of the points are very familiar, and as you get up towards the crown chakra and beyond, you might not know what they are. So, we'll start at the Well of Dreams. That's your soul chakra. That was the outer body chakra and a halo around your head. It's now in the back of your neck, what they call the nape of your neck. If you take your fingers and put them right down the middle, you'll notice a little well or ditch or gap. That's called the Well of Dreams. And that's where you will find everything to do with your soul's purpose and your life's calling. What it is, what path to get to it, if you were supposed to be, guidance to get to where it is, and everything to do with your soul's calling, life's purpose is held in the Well of Dreams. The pituitary gland has everything to do with the physical body. The pineal gland has got everything to do with the psychic body. So people that have large third eyes will be found, this chakra is enlarged. So if you are wanting more clairvoyance, this would be a good place to put your attention. The crown chakra and the galactic male and female, these are chakras. If you go from your temple about 13 inches out in an angle, you'll feel something, a pressure or something is stuck there. And that's the end of that chakra. You just make it spin by intent, and if you find a little puff of dirt poops out, and then you can help it spin inside. So these are chakras for telepathy with the angels and other heavenly beings. And if you want to try to work it out in 3D, you can certainly try and work it out, but it's much easier to open these chakras, and then the psychic gifts will flow. These chakras are, as they present, they're not funnels with a cone on the other side, as we discussed the basic 7 points being front and back chakras. These are just where you see them is what you get. How can you support the process? Eating raw foods or vegetarian really helps you have a lighter body. Some people can't physically do it, but do the best you can. Especially, I'm not a vegetarian, I should be, but especially meats and beef and pork are very dense and they pull the body down. So drink lots of water. We say that often, but drink lots and lots and lots of water, because it really is good at flushing out the things that ail you. If you want to be an easy way into the fourth dimension, you take the rites of the Moon IK. This is the doorway between the third and fourth dimension. It's a series of 9 attunements that are the rites of passage of the being Canadian, MUNAY/KI, and you see people walking around, or not, with a pie stone, looks like this, around their neck. It can be any color, it can be any color. And those people have received the rites of the Moon IK. And I can pass them, or I can give you a list of people that would pass them. They're generally, you get given a pie stone and by your leader, and the pie stone represents the coloring of the pie stone represents your healing journey, and it's kind of fun and exciting. I passed it over 500 times, and without exception, people have been amazed and amused. And the first 3 rites, you can take pictures, you can do whatever you want. The next 3 rites, if you try and take pictures, the camera goes wonky. And the last 3 rites, the higher rites, the camera just breaks or the screen goes still, or it's very, you feel the energy right away. If you want to move into the 5th dimension with a doorway as opposed to a lot of hard work, there's a treatment for that as well. Foundation energy that I can give you. And as you're moving through these dimensions, and any healer that works in the 5th dimension can do things for you, like open your third eye. And you open your third eye, those are my stones rattling, pardon me. And you open your third eye using crystals. You use azurite, which is raw, sparkly blue and black. You put it on your third eye, be very quiet, and it will start to spin. Your third eye, not the azurite. It will start to spin like a blue funnel going into your brain, into the center of your brain, into the pineal gland. And you'll let it spin until it dies, till the spin dies out. And then you put your stone down, being careful to put it on a piece of selenite to cleanse itself. Then you do that with it a number of times, once a day, until you intuit it's time to stop. And then you will get a hold of some chalendocy, CHALENDOCY. And you will usually find it in matrix, i.e. that there will be a lot of green swirled around it. The green swirled in it is the matrix, and the other color in it is the rock that you're looking for. And you will get that, plus a piece of sugilite. Sugilite is a really dark purple. And then after, you'll put it on your, you have to lie down for this. You put the sugilite on your forehead and hold a piece of the chalendocy in each hand, and just lie there and take in what it gives you. And those are things that anyone working and teaching in the 5th dimension can walk you through, or talk you through, or help you through, so that you don't have to spend your energy working on opening the third eye. It just automatically opens itself. So Those are things you can do to support the process. Those are ways of jumping through the doors without jumping through the hoops. And I hope those will be helpful to you. These again are the signs of ascension that we discussed at the beginning. You feeling spacey or disoriented? Your changes in your sleep pattern, for better or worse, can be better for those that have an insomnia. If you feel spacey or disoriented, this gastrointestinal troubles, stomach cramps, ulcers, increase in your gastric juices, hyperreflux disease, Crohn's disease, anything to do with the intestines, colon, stomach, or alimentary canal, as they call it in physics. You may have a ringing in your ears, or buzzing, or humming, or tweeting, something in your ears. You may feel heavy in your lower limbs as your body's trying to ascend, and your lower limbs are not behaving. So there's that. You may feel a sense of being outside your body, or too big for your body. Your friends might feel distant from you, and no one is on your vibe anymore. You don't have things to do like you did before. There's nothing that seems to interest you. Or your family is distant from you, or you feel heat pulses or heat flashes, and those are ways distance. Those are signs of ascension. So to recap, the signs of ascension we just discovered, and the signs of ascension, we just discovered those and we recovered those. The Earth is moving into a new space. It has moved into a new space, and in its new space, in the new place in the photon belt, it is receiving more harmful rays and electromagnetic rays than it can tolerate through its compromised ozone layer. And the human body structure is being compromised as well because it can't tolerate the new frequencies and the new rays it's being assaulted with. So we want to develop a new light body, which is a lighter vibratory body, shines brighter, feels lighter, to cope with the extra rays that are being addressed to our bodies. We do this by entering the fourth or the fifth dimension, and we do enter those dimensions by developing a new chakra. And we can work hard, or we can take the rights of the Moonlight K as walking through the door into the fourth dimension. And we can continue to work hard, or we can take the rights, the foundation for me, which gets you into the fifth dimension. If you're a healer, and it doesn't really matter, whichever dimension you want to stay in is up to you. There's no right or wrong dimension. But if you're being a healer, you will maybe feel the chakras are in different places because we are now working from the 12-point system to the 13-point system. So just be aware that the anatomy has changed. And you can develop your third eye, other things that you like the hard way, or you can receive instruction on how to do this via crystals or affirmations, whatever it is that might work for you. People that work in the fifth dimension can teach you and help you with that as well. So that's it for today. Hope to see you as I move through the dimensions. Connie.